Finland. Welcome to Finland. Despite being a northern country with long cold winters, it has unique attractions that draw people from all over the world. From vast forests to icy waters, Finland has a landscape that is unlike anywhere else. In today's episode, we will discover Finland's best-preserved places and natural wonders, discovering what makes this small whole nation such a unique and intriguing part of our world. Porvoo. Porvoo is a small town located in the southern part of the country. One of the most interesting things about Porvoo is its colorful wooden houses, some of them being 800 years old. A surprising fact about Porvoo is it was almost destroyed in the early 1500s. Russians attacked the town and set it on fire. However, the people of Porvoo rebuilt it, and today it stands as a symbol of resilience. Finnish Lakeland. Finland is often called the land of 1,000 lakes, but that nickname actually underestimates number. Finnish Lakeland is home to more than 180,000 lakes, making it one of the most lake-filled areas in the world. This fascinating region is full of blue and green interconnected lakes, islands, rivers, and canals around almost every corner you turn. Many of these lakes were formed thousands of years ago when glaciers melted, leaving behind huge pools of fresh water. Some of these lakes have been proven older than any human civilization, being around for over 10,000 years, far longer than any city or country we know today. Part of the area is a Punkaharju Ridge, a long, narrow strip of land that stretches between lakes and looks like a path floating on the water. One thing that makes Punkaharju stand out is the fact that it is easy to access by road for anyone who loves nature driving. Along the ridge is one of the best places to experience the beauty of the forests and lakes all in one place. Lake Saimaa. Lake Saimaa is one of Finland's most famous lakes and is the largest in the country. It is also one of the biggest in all of Europe, with thousands of islands scattered throughout it. The lake is home to an endangered species of seal, the Simmer ring seal. These seals are special because they only live in this lake where they adapted to live in fresh water, and they are one of the most endangered seals in the world. Leena Castle. The area around the lake has a lot of history with Leena Castle, built on one of the island. Built in 1475 by a Danish knight to protect Finland from Russian attacks. It has managed to hold on to its original structure through centuries of changes and challenges. It is known for being the northernmost medieval stone castle still standing in the world. The castle is said to be haunted by the ghost of a monk sealed inside its walls as punishment for betraying the defenders during a siege. Helsinki. The capital of Finland sits on a cluster of small islands and peninsulas, making water a big part of the city's identity. One surprising fact about Helsinki is its extreme daylight changes. In the summer, the sun hardly sets, giving almost 19 hours of daylight during the longest days. This is called the midnight sun. However, in winter, the opposite happens. The city experiences long, dark days with only a few hours of sunlight. Helsinki Cathedra is one of the most iconic landmarks in Finland and is easy to find because it overlooks Senate Square, a large open area where many important events happen. This building is special because it was designed during the time when Finland was under Russian rule. Even though the country was part of the Russian Empire back then, the design looks very much like European-style churches, particularly with its white exterior and tall green domes. One fascinating fact is that there are 12 statues of apostles on the roof of the cathedral. These statues are made of zinc, which is unusual because most statues of this kind are made from stone or bronze. Suomenlinna Fortress is a massive sea fortress that has protected Finland for hundreds of years. Interestingly, Finland didn't even exist as an independent country when Suomenlinna was built in the 18th century. At that time, Finland was part of the Kingdom of Sweden, and the fortress was constructed to defend against Russia. Despite its impressive defenses, Russia managed to capture the fortress in 1808, and Finland became part of the Russian Empire for over a century. Later, in 1917, Finland finally gained its independence and the fortress switched hands once again. Ouspensky Cathedral is the largest Orthodox cathedral in Western Europe, and it was built in the late 19th century. The cathedral's design is heavily influenced by traditional Russian architecture. You can see this in its tall onion-shaped domes, which are a signature feature of many Orthodox churches. The Parliament building was completed in 1931 during a time when Finland was trying to find its place as a new independent country. The architecture reflects this mix of old traditions and modern ideas. The building is made of Finnish granite, which gives it a solid, natural look. One of the most interesting facts about this building is its role in Finland's journey toward gender equality. In 1906, Finland became the first country in Europe to give women the right to vote and run for office. St. John's Church, a significant historical site for Finland's Lutheran community. The church has been around for more than a century, having been completed in 1891. What makes St. John's Church the especially interesting is its twin towers, which can be seen from many parts of the country. It was designed by a Swedish architect named Adolf Eil Melander, who chose the Gothic revival style for the church, which was popular in Europe during the 19th century. The Åland archipelago lies between Finland and Sweden in the Baltic Sea. While Åland belongs to Finland, it operates differently from the rest of the country. People there speak Swedish, and the islands have their own government. The archipelago is made up of around 6,700 islands, although most are tiny and uninhabited. In fact, only about 60 islands have people living on them. What's unique about Åland is that it's known for being a peaceful place. Unlike other parts of Europe that experience wars, Åland has been demilitarized since 1921. Turku Castle, constructed in the late 13th century. It is one of the oldest buildings still standing in Finland. The castle structure has seen many changes. Initially, it was built as a military stronghold designed to protect Sweden's interest in the region. And however, over time it evolved into a grand residence for Swedish nobility. Lapland, located in the northernmost part of the country. It stretches across Sweden, Norway, and even a bit of Russia. The area is famous for its extreme climate. In winter, temperatures can drop well below freezing, and the land is often covered in snow for months. The place is known as a legendary home of Santa Claus. Local stories say his workshop is tucked away deep in the forests of Rovaniemi. Urho Kekkonen National Park. This place is special because it covers a vast stretch of wilderness. The few people have ever fully explored. The park gets its name from Urho Kekkonen, one of Finland's longest-serving presidents. An interesting fact is that the park is home to many species that have adapted to its cold environment. For example, the Arctic fox lives here, a rare sight in many parts of Europe. This small animal is perfectly suited for harsh winters with its thick fur and ability to survive on little food. Rovaniemi is the official hometown of Santa Claus. People come from all over the world to meet Santa and experience his village. You can visit Santa Claus Village at any time of the year, which is unique, since most people think of Santa only during Christmas. Reindeer are a big part of life in the town. Many families still rely on them for food, clothing, and transport. Levi. This place stands out as one of the most famous ski resorts in the country. Interestingly, Levi doesn't just attract people in winter. During summer, it transforms into a paradise for hikers and mountain bikers. It's one of the best places in the world to see the northern lights. If you stay for at least 3 nights during the peak season from September to March, there's an 80% chance you'll witness this natural light show. The clear skies and minimal light pollution in Levi make it almost perfect for spotting the auroras. In the eastern part of the country, Kuruma Canyon stands out with its rugged terrain and icy fall. People come here in winter not just to see the snowy landscape, but to witness something extraordinary. The frozen waterfalls, Sauna Fells. This mountain rises sharply from the landscape, making it a prominent natural wonder. People in the area have known of it for its spiritual importance for centuries. In ancient Sami legends, the mountain was even seen as sacred, with the Sami people considering it a place where the gods lived. They would climb Sauna to offer gifts to the gods and ask for their favor. Naantali Village is located on the southwestern coast of the country facing the Baltic Sea. This village has a long history and dates back to the 15th century. It originally grew around a Briton convent, which was an important religious site for centuries. In the winter, Naantali transforms as a sea around it freezes. Locals and visitors alike take advantage of this natural change by heading out onto the frozen waters for ice skating. Skating on the sea might sound unusual, but it's a common winter activity here. Bang to our lighthouse. It is the tallest lighthouse in the Nordic countries and has guided ships through these waters for over 100 years. Built in 1906, it still stands strong despite many challenges, including harsh weather and even warm. In the southern part of the country, you'll find Tampere, a city with a unique history and identity. One of the most famous facts about this city is its title as a sauna's capital of the world. People here take sauna very seriously, and there are more than 50 public saunas. The most famous of these is Rajaporti, the oldest public saunas in the country still in operation today. Kalajoki is a coastal town where natural beauty, outdoor adventure, and local traditions come together. Shaped by the wind and waves over time are the sand dunes here, making the town one of the top beach destinations in Finland. Resorts, hotels, and holiday cottages have been built near these sand dunes, providing accommodations for the many visitors who come each year. This is Finland, a land full of natural wonders and incredible architectural marvels.